Caitlin Clark just did something that no athlete has done since Michael Jordan.
Remember when Michael Jordan's name guaranteed instant sellouts? Now, Caitlin Clark is the new sports phenomenon. Fresh out of college, she secured a game-changing deal that's sending shockwaves through the industry and leaving WNBA veterans both inspired and awestruck.
It's incredible. Congratulations to her and her family.
Yeah.
The crazy thing is I'm just seeing her last year when they played LSU, but she's phenomenal.
Caitlin Clark isn't just selling merchandise, she's packing arenas like never before. In this video, we'll dive into her groundbreaking Michael Jordan-level deal and uncover why some WNBA stars are feeling the heat. Stick around as we reveal Jordan's inspiring words to Clark and the incredible basketball stat that only his airness and Caitlin share. Ready for the full story behind this rising legend? Let's get started.
It was like Wayne Gretzky, Michael Jordan, probably eventually Caitlin Clark, where it's like individual people make an entire country tune into their sport.
1,000%.
Like hockey was never bigger than when Wayne Gretzky was playing it, and it was ridiculous how much it grew the sport.
Tiger Woods.
Imagine a basketball so iconic it sells out in minutes. Now meet the player behind it. Caitlin Clark's groundbreaking partnership with Wilson Sporting Goods is rewriting the rules of sports endorsements. This isn't just any deal, it's a game changer. Clark is now the first female athlete since Michael Jordan in the 1980s to have her own signature basketball collection. Let that sink in. Her recognition and marketability are breaking barriers, reserved until now for only the greatest legends.
Making her the first athlete since Michael Jordan to get their own signature basketball from Wilson. She also becomes the first WNBA player to get her own signature basketball from Wilson.
Caitlin Clark's limited edition basketballs created a frenzy, selling out tens of thousands of units in under 40 minutes. The instant sellout rivals the buzz typically seen with exclusive sneakers or the hottest tech launches, proving her influence extends far beyond the court. What makes these basketballs so special? Each one is a masterpiece celebrating Caitlin Clark's legendary college career. Imagine white and gold designs, laser engraved with her most iconic moments. There's the free-up ball, honoring her sharpshooting, the record breaker, marking historic feats, and the crowd maestro showcasing her arena electrifying skills. Recently, she released another exclusive collection in partnership with the $15 billion retail giant, H-E-B, solidifying her place as a trailblazer on and off the court.
Calling all Caitlin Clark fans, 2 new limited edition basketballs are now available at select Hy-Vee stores. The designs are part of the Inspire series that Clark is doing in partnership with Wilson Sporting Goods. The tribute ball pays homage to Clark's time with the Iowa women's basketball team, and the Dreamer ball is designed to encourage athletes to pursue their dreams. Both are available in sizes 3 and 6 at select Hy-Vee locations.
Wilson chose Caitlin Clark not just for her on-court brilliance, but for her cultural influence. Amanda Lamb, Wilson's global brand head, said it best. Caitlin Clark is a record-setting athlete and a cultural icon transforming the game. Consider the significance. Wilson, the official game ball supplier for the NBA for years and the WNBA since 2020, is making a bold move by positioning Caitlin Clark as the face of their brand in women's basketball. This isn't just an endorsement. It's a statement about the evolving landscape of women's sports marketing, with Clark leading the charge. Her groundbreaking partnership is not only transforming her career, but also reshaping what's possible for female athletes in the industry. The ripple effects extend far beyond one player, setting new benchmarks for success and marketability. Unsurprisingly, this game-changing deal has sparked quite a stir in WNBA locker rooms, challenging norms and inspiring conversations about the future.
When you take into stock the fact that outside of Kevin Durant, aging superstar, LeBron James, damn near 40 years old, and Steph Curry, there's not a single NBA player more popular today than Caitlin Clark.
Numbers don't just tell Caitlin Clark's story, they're shouting it from the rooftops. Her influence is rewriting the narrative of women's basketball. How is one player tripling viewership and transforming the game's future? Clark's impact isn't just big, it's record-breaking. Picture this: arenas packed to capacity, TV ratings soaring, and an unprecedented buzz around women's basketball. She's not just playing the game. She's revolutionizing how it's watched and celebrated, bringing a level of excitement and attention the sport has never seen before. Clark is changing the game, both on and off the court, with her unstoppable rise.
We knew Caitlin Clark was marketable, but she's been put over some pretty big names. In fact, some worldwide, huge, international names. Two of them being Messi and Ronaldo.
So what's the deal with Caitlin Clark's games? They're averaging 1.18 million viewers, 3 times the usual WNBA audience. Let that sink in. One player is tripling the league's viewership. It's as if she's holding a magic remote, cranking up the volume on women's basketball and drawing unprecedented attention to the sport.
Caitlin Clark, on a worldwide marketability list for athletes, to be ahead of both Messi and Ronaldo is quite impressive. I mean, she's ahead of Steph Curry. Steph Curry is behind her on the list.
But it's not just about the numbers.
It's not just about the numbers. Caitlin Clark is attracting fans who've never watched a WNBA game before. How? By playing with a style and energy that's impossible to ignore. She's not just scoring points, she's creating highlight reels that fans can't stop sharing. And don't just take my word for it. Listen to what Mike Breen, the voice of the NBA, had to say.
She's doing rating-wise for the WNBA what Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Steph Curry have been doing for the NBA.
That's not just praise. It places Caitlin Clark among basketball royalty. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Clark isn't just a basketball sensation. She's a marketing powerhouse. Industry experts have named her the 4th most marketable athlete in the world, across all sports, not just in women's basketball or the WNBA. This kind of influence is game-changing, shifting the entire landscape of sports marketing. So, what's next with Clark leading the charge? We're about to see major shifts in how the WNBA markets itself. New sponsorships, more primetime games, and a surge of mainstream attention for women's basketball. The future is bright.
Jordan with 2 seconds to go. Puts it up and scores at the buzzer. Michael Jordan. I'm looking. Here's Clark. She fires and goes. She hits.
But hold on. This story isn't all slam dunks and celebrations. As Caitlin Clark's star rises, not everyone in the league is cheering. Some WNBA veterans are watching this superstar sensation with gritted teeth and clenched fists, and that's where things start to get complicated.
Idea of some players being jealous, yes, that probably exists.
Okay.
To me, yeah, jealous, sure. I mean, would you be jealous of somebody that got $28 million a shoe deal or whatever the deal is before you step foot in the pro?
Imagine this: a freshman taking the league by storm, breaking 62 records, and captivating fans. Sounds like a dream for the WNBA, right? Well, not everyone is cheering. As Caitlin Clark's star rises, some veteran players are feeling the pressure, and not in a good way. The WNBA has fought for years for respect and recognition, with players putting in blood, sweat, and tears to build something special. Then Clark comes along, and it feels like she's rewritten the rules, simply because she's got game.
And what a lot of people weren't willing or were a bit reluctant to appreciate was the game on this young white sister of ours. She can ball. And oh, by the way, she was a great ambassador for the game. And by the way, she came in there and looked out for everybody else. For 22 years, they couldn't get chartered flights. That sister got there and it was done in 2 weeks. That's who Caitlin Clark is.
This isn't just a few grumbles. There's real on-court hostility brewing. Some players are targeting Caitlin Clark with an intensity that goes beyond typical competition. It's almost as if they're trying to send a message. You might be the new kid on the block, but this is our house.
They try so long to get respect for women's basketball, and then they treat it like a junior high school girl's locker room. Junior high school girl antics on the court. Instead of playing the game, they gotta be drama because they're jealous. Instead of letting their skills speak for themselves, they gotta be drama because they're jealous.
So, why the tension? It's complicated. On one side, Caitlin Clark's massive endorsement deals and rapid rise to fame. On the other, WNBA veterans who have been grinding for years with much less recognition. This divide is hard to miss, and Charles Barkley, never shy, called out this behavior.
Ladies, and I'm a WNBA fan, they cannot have this Caitlin Clark thing up any worse if they try.
Harsh, perhaps, but it highlights a difficult truth. Caitlin Clark's success is exposing long-standing issues in the league. Salary disparities, limited marketing opportunities, and the ongoing fight for mainstream attention. While Clark's rookie salary was just $76,500, her total earnings soared to over $11 million, primarily from endorsements. That kind of gap inevitably causes friction.
She spoke out against that. She got people paid. She got better travel arrangements. She increased the ratings and the revenue, which obviously the WNBA benefited exponentially because now you got a $200 million deal. All of these things being considered, you damn right. It is appropriate that she got Athlete of the Year. She is special, and she's...
So where does this leave the WNBA? The league is at a critical turning point. Caitlin Clark's influence could serve as a catalyst for big changes, higher salaries, more endorsements, and increased visibility for all players. However, for that to happen, the league must address the growing divide. As the drama unfolds, one thing is certain: the WNBA is stepping into uncharted territory. The question now is whether they'll unite to elevate the league or let the tension continue to escalate.
Girl wants to grow up and play in a league where you're targeted like that. How do you sit here and profess and demand that everyone take women's sports seriously when you can't even take it seriously enough to not act like a junior high queen on the court? It's stupid. That's so dumb. It looks like a soap opera.
But hold on. This story is far from over. As the debate intensifies, one voice is about to rise above the rest from an unexpected source. Just when you thought the drama couldn't get more intense, a legend enters the conversation. Michael Jordan, known for rarely commenting on current players, recently made a statement about Caitlin Clark that sent shockwaves throughout the basketball world. What did he say that caused both NBA and WNBA stars to take notice?
I told you a WNBA rookie was out here doing what no one thought was possible and outshining the great Michael Jordan's legacy. How would you react? Caitlin Clark is the girl flipping the script. Her rookie numbers are ridiculous. Fans, analysts, and even Michael Jordan stans are
Let's break it down. Michael Jordan, the greatest basketball player of all time, has given Caitlin Clark his full endorsement. He didn't just offer a quick compliment. He wholeheartedly backed her. Jordan expressed how fortunate he felt to witness young fans dribbling with Clark's signature ball, just like they once did with his. This isn't just praise, it's a symbolic passing of the torch. What's even more significant is that Jordan didn't stop there. He urged the WNBA to recognize Clark's immense contributions, stating that the league owes her a great deal for the impact she's had on the game. Coming from Jordan, this is not just a casual suggestion, it's a major game changer. Jordan's words carry exceptional weight because he's experienced it firsthand. He knows how to change the game, attract new fans, and create excitement around basketball. Seeing those same qualities in Clark is like finding a kindred spirit. This is a pivotal moment for women's basketball. When legends like Jordan throw their support behind a WNBA player, it bridges the gap between the men's and women's games. It's not just great women's basketball, it's great basketball, period.
Enough that in 1984, when Michael Jordan came into the NBA, the ratings in the NBA were not great. Chicago Stadium was, a third full. He's getting the lion's share of the attention. The games are now getting all of his games are on TV. And he just was a polarizing figure. And Tiger Woods was like that when he went to the PGA as well. He changed the total economics of golf the same way Michael Jordan changed the financial economics of the NBA.
Caitlin Clark and Michael Jordan are the only two rookies in NBA and WNBA history to average at least 18 points, 8.5 assists, 5 rebounds, 1 block, and 2 steals per game in the playoffs. That's a level of all-around dominance that hasn't been seen since, well, Michael himself. Legends like Michael Jordan weighing in and the stats Caitlin Clark has replicated in the women's game speak volumes. As the debate rages on about her impact and future, one thing is crystal clear: the basketball world is watching. They're not just seeing a great women's basketball player, they're witnessing a transformative force in the sport as a whole. Clark isn't merely changing the game, she's rewriting the entire playbook for women's sports marketing. Her influence extends far beyond the court, reshaping how brands value and view female athletes. This is a seismic shift with Clark at the epicenter. But this is just the beginning. As she continues to break records and barriers, the big question is, how high can she soar? Will she become the Michael Jordan of women's basketball, transcending the sport to become a global icon? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure: Caitlin Clark is just getting started. Are you excited? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe. More videos are on screen now.